Everybody, this is Justin with Calvary Chapel RV Travelers, and today we are in Effingham, Illinois, in Oak Ridge Cemetery. And this is a very large cemetery. It's got a few gates to it, they call it. Got a couple of areas where you can come in there, and then it goes down over the hill. I mean, we're in the fall time. We're in October, as you can tell. Look at the leaves. It's beautiful out here in Illinois. But over the hill, the road goes way around there. And there's a few other gates on the other side. Way over there, the road goes down, comes back up. And this is a very old cemetery. I was looking at some of the grave markings, and there's people buried here back in the 1800s, so this is not a new cemetery at all. And as I was driving through, I noticed a lot of really neat markers, and we're gonna be talking about one of those here. But the main thing is this marker here that I come up on has a story, and it has a really good one. And so if you know me, I don't do normally I don't do stories on people that lived 70 to 80 years, because they lived their life and most likely they died peaceably, which is great. If you can live 70, 80 years, even 90 years, that's a good long life. Hopefully you did something with your life at that point, okay? But normally what I do is I do videos. If you're new to the channel, is I do videos of people's lives that were cut short. And someday I may take all these videos and put them into a whole new channel called Cut Short, if somebody else doesn't take it. But if you do, that's fine, no big deal. But another little tidbit about myself is we traveled from Washington State to the West Coast, all the way over to Newport News, Virginia, in an RV, towing an RV, a 30-foot, and then we upgraded to a 42-foot Brinkley, which is a huge upgrade. And then when we did that, I decided to upgrade our truck too, because pulling a fifth wheel that size with only single rear axle, I didn't want to do it. So I got the dually. It makes a lot more sense and peace of mind. But what we're going to do is we're not going to chit-chat too much longer. I'm going to tell you about a young man that died, and we're going to get right into that. And as I was driving through, I come upon this grave stone that was interesting to me. And if you've watched some of my videos before, you know that I'm a licensed cremationist and work as funeral director in Washington State. And so this one kind of caught my eye. It kind of looked like maybe this was an urn holder, this one right here. But in reality, it's not. It's just an extension of the grave site of the mother and father, which the mother's still alive. Randy died in 2017. And Lucas, their son, died in 2018, just about a year and a half after his father did. And so how you pronounce his last name is Ahten. As I had to look it up because I'd never seen a name spelt like this. That's also something that kind of caught my eye as well. So we're going to kind of get into it as I walk around this grave site. Lucas was 23 when he died. What had happened was he was coming home late one night, just before midnight on the 17th of July. He was hit by a train. Now, years ago, I used to work on the railroad for about 2.5 years, and I know that those things do not stop on a dime. When you try to beat a train across the tracks, you're just taking your life and anybody else's life that's in that vehicle. As I read the article, I found out that Lucas was really into music, and you can tell that. He had the guitar right on the side there. It's pretty cool. He was really into sports. He loved soccer. He loved playing soccer. And like his father, he was a Cubs fan. He graduated from high school and was really into life. And, we don't know how the autopsy came out, because when something like that happens, they do an autopsy to see if there's any substance abuse, any alcohol or drugs in the system. But the bottom line is we just don't know. There was no, I looked for articles and there was nothing to prove that he had been using. But, he lost his father when he was 22 years old, and they were best buds. They did a lot together. And, well, his father, Randy, was quite a bit older. He was like 45 when Lucas was born. That's kind of late in life, for a guy to have a child. Randy was 76 when he died, which, that was a pretty good lifespan. But Lucas was only 22 at the time, so maybe 21, actually. To lose a father at that age, there is a chance for a little alcohol abuse, maybe, and we don't know. But we just don't know. So, but we do know he tried to beat the train, and he lost. And so, I just want you to keep Susan and his sibling Jory, I'm assuming that's a female, in prayer, because they lost a son and brother. It probably still hurts to this day. That was only 6 years ago.